Guten Tag, and welcome to A Star to Steer Her By.
Oompa!
Whoompa.
Oh, can you replace our intro song this week with like a Oompa
Oompa band?
If I can find a public domain one, maybe.
Today we are eating bratwurst.
Yeah.
It's German week.
For some reason.
For some reason.
It's German week? What is this? The Great British Bake Off?
Oh, God. Not racist enough. Yeah, they're terrible. This is actually Star to Steer Her By. Not.
Woo!
Well, we should do a baking episode for our TikTok.
If this is anything like the MySpace thing, we start talking about it now, we'll have a TikTok in like 5 years.
Nice.
We're going to run so late tonight, guys.
Well,
You're all getting
Wars,
so punchy.
We gotta do the Star thing.
Oh, good, the Star
Welcome
thing.
to the Star War podcast. Today we're doing 2 episodes of Star Trek Voyager. Arthur, the Aardvark, and Friendship 1. My name is Jake, and joining me today are...
Chris.
Ames.
Caitlin?
Welcome, everybody, to our podcast.
It's German week.
It's German week. We forgot about that already. Oh, Christ. No, we are talking about 2 episodes. We already said what the names were, but
I was
the
going to
first...
say you just did that.
Doing the intro again.
Fuck.
It's always fun to do the intro
Do we need to introduce ourselves? Is that where we're at?
No, we already did
just
that.
did that.
Oh, no.
Are you serious? Did
No,
you
I'm
forget?
joking,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
joking.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
We are fucked.
Now Ames is broken.
It's very humid in here.
It's disgusting.
So it is.
Let's hurry
This
it
is
up.
actually. So this is a very momentous thing. This is both our 314th episode,
Pie.
pie
Pie episode. We should have made pie.
and we're also covering the, according to this card here, the 600th episode of Star Trek.
Holy
Live action.
shit.
Live action Star Trek.
We're not counting TAS like we really shouldn't.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fuck that show.
Say,
Well, I was going to say, because
You
that
mean
would,
like
that would
everyone
make sense,
doesn't.
because we generally cover 2 episodes a week, and we're just over 300.
Plus, we have a bunch of 10 forwards.
Well, those are numbered
Doesn't
separately.
count.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
So, anyway, happy birthday, Star Trek.
And happy birthday, us.
Happy birthday, us. Happy Pie Day to you.
I love pie, man.
I'm a mix. Some pies.
Jake and I disagree on pies
I think-
all the time.
I'm more of a cake man.
I think I was when I was a kid, but I think now I really more of a pie person.
Really?
Because it's all about the crust for me. The crust is the thing.
Yeah. See, with cakes, certain frostings fucking ruin it, and
Oh,
certain
too
frostings
sweet.
fucking make
You
it.
see, I would eat just pure sugar. Therefore, the sweeter, the better for frosting.
Okay, as much as I would love to talk about pie for another hour. We really should talk about Star
That
Trek.
can be a
How
10
about-
forward eventually.
Cream
Ooh.
pies. That's a sex thing.
Jesus Christ.
No. Yeah, so first we're going to be talking about the episode Author.
Wait, can I respond to Ames's Jesus Christ really quick?
Yeah.
It was a virgin
Superstar.
birth, Ames. There was no cream pie involved.
Author.
Author.
The Holy Ghost's ectoplasm.
On or offer.
Woof.
Anyway, Author. This episode first aired on April 18th, 2000. I shouldn't just read the card, should
You
I?
can read the card. It'll get you through it.
Ames is like, I fucking wrote it for a reason.
All right, so long story,
Sometimes
less
thumbs
long.
up.
It's not even a long story.
The Doctor
That dick.
has gone about and written himself a little play,
You wrote a fanfic.
fanfic
A
about
bad one.
himself.
Our fanfics are going to be so much better.
Called Photons Be Free. And it's all about how mistreated he is. But anyway, we have just established 2-way communication with the Alpha Quadrant.
For
So
11 minutes a day.
but still, it's like...
It's more than we had before.
It's more than we had before, and it basically, takes away the entire conceit of the show. So that's cool.
There's 6 episodes left.
So yeah, we have more or less daily 2-way communication, real time with the Alpha Quadrant, during which everyone gets a couple minutes to call home, call their friends, call their family.
How's Mark doing?
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I'm
Fucking his new wife.
no.
Yowza.
Shit.
And beating Janeway's dog, probably.
That dog was put down the minute Voyager disappeared.
No.
Yeah, you raise a
Molly!
good point. Well, no, it wasn't out of malice. She was very old, and it was actually a kindness.
Okay, I hope so.
No.
Damn.
Mark's a scumbag. No, so, everyone's calling home. That's the B plot, by the way. I'll just cover that real quick. Everyone's calling home. There's a great scene where Harry Kim calls his mother.
Great scene. Okay.
I mean, there's a scene.
It's just, it's typical mom stuff, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna write your captain a letter. Put in a good word for my boy Harry. How's the clarinet going, sweetie?
Actually, it's saxophone now, Mom.
No,
I'm
I'm
cool now,
doing
Mom.
the Bill Clinton thing.
Yes, we brought it up.
Anyway, and then that all comes to a conclusion when 7 of 9 makes contact with her living aunt,
Who seems like wicked old,
beloved aunt on Earth,
Adoring sister.
beloved
aunt.
aunt on Earth. Who, a little old, but maybe not too old.
I mean, we don't know what the gap was between her and her sibling.
Yeah, who
It
cares?
Well, I
happens.
know, but I just feel like she looks like she's her grandmother, I
Oh,
thought.
sweetie.
Because how old is 7 supposed to be? Sorry, you're trying to intro.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and get
when you
through.
used to come to my house and eat my cream pies.
You were
No.
such a little bitch.
No.
Oh my god.
I still
Pie
love
day.
cream pies, Grandma.
It's Pie Day, everyone. Happy Pie Day.
No, she likes strawberry
Tarts.
which is
Sounds good.
kind of a pie.
Who does Torres call? This fucking lightning.
Torres
bug
calls her
nuts.
dad, and
Bug flying around. Is
that's the thing. So anyway, we have family making contact with each
it's a beetle.
other.
Oh, it's a beetle.
Oh, Jesus, fuck me.
I'll stand in, I don't care.
Jesus fucking Christ, where is it?
Oh no.
Oh no, we shouldn't have let Jake know about the bug. He's gonna tear apart the house now.
It's okay, Jake.
It's these doors and windows in this house that open.
God.
Whoa.
Blatant hot.
Alright, let's...
You need like a fucking airlock, or like a decontamination room.
I'll get
The
the gel.
gel.
ready.
Okay, that's Enterprise. We're not there yet.
Gross. We gotta move along.
We
I'm
do.
I'm literally about to
All
die.
right,
You know what? I need a drink.
All right,
Carry on.
chill the
Get a
fuck
drink.
out.
Doctor wrote a book.
Doctor wrote a book, and he's using his time to call home and talk to his publisher, who's a Bolian, and who seems
Sleazy
seems
Bolian.
very sleazy.
Do you know who he is? That's the voice of Donatello in the original Turtles cartoon.
Really?
I didn't
wow.
look it up, but I would bet money on it.
Look it up, Chris. How much money you putting down, Caitlin?
How much are, I don't know, let's say, I'm pretty poor. How about $10?
No one's gonna take you up on the bet because no one gives a shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So Doctor. So anyway. So he lets Tom watch or play. It's more like an interactive video game. And then Tom discovers that it really is just a fanfic about Voyager, but he's changed just enough details to hopefully not get in trouble. He's given Tom a mustache and calls him Marseille instead of Paris. Get it?
I'm so, honestly, it took me a minute to get it. I was like, Marseille? And I'm like, oh!
They got Bajoran Chakotay with the most epic tattoo.
He's great.
The tattooed terror, or whatever the
7
fuck
of
it's called.
9 is some kind of weird robot lady. I don't even know.
3 of 8?
Yeah, but she something. I don't know.
It's on the card, but don't worry about it.
Balana is just human lady. Janeway is just bitch Janeway.
She's just Janeway, except instead of blowing up the ship all the time, she's just murdering crew members.
That tracks.
Yeah. So Harry Kim is Trill Harry.
And a hypochondriac.
Did we ever see Hollow Neelix? Did we see?
No,
him?
we did not.
That's probably why he liked the goddamn thing. He
Yeah.
was like, oh, good, you haven't disparaged my character.
No, he liked it because he was going in undercover and trying to get the doctor to do the right thing.
Nah, I know.
And I
know.
loved it.
Yeah.
Go on,
We
Jake.
have sadistic human Tuvok.
Which, again, not that
Not
much
that-
With
different.
goatee.
With goatee.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's
Looking
Tuvok's
fine.
beard.
So, I can't remember if there was anything missed. I don't think so.
I think you got everybody.
So, yeah, and then Tom's like, Doc, this is fucked up. And then he lets other people play it. And, like, at first people are like, oh, it's probably not so bad. And then progressively everyone else that watches it is like, yeah, this is fucked up. Which is kind of shitty because they didn't have this reaction to Tuvok's little video game in...
Well, he didn't make everyone caricatures of themselves.
No, but he did make some of them assholes.
No, he made them realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just because some of them were assholes.
So finally, they're like, oh, the doctor's like, oh, my artistic integrity. No, it has to be this way. This is the way I wanted to write it. It's not about you. It's just, I drew in what I knew, and, you're the only people I've ever met, literally.
I mean, it's kind of hard to be mad at him with logic like that, though.
Yeah. Could have just written about Dinara Pell. We love Dinara Pell.
So then Tom hacks his game.
Oh, like a fucking dick.
Ruins it, turns it on its head and makes the doctor a really awful, gross person.
But way worse. They make him like a fucking sex pest.
Yeah.
I feel like that's worse than anything he did to them.
That's true. I don't know. Making Janeway a murderer was pretty bad.
EMH frequently comes off as a sex pest, so...
Yeah, but it was actually hilariously acted, I thought, by Picardo, the sleazy doctor.
I mean, you put that comb over on someone and it just...
Yeah.
Happens naturally.
The man plays a good sleaze. And
it's really only a couple steps removed from Zimmerman. I don't think Zimmerman would ever, use, say...
Klingon aphrodisiacs?
Well, I was going to say, Rohypnol. But I do believe he might think not saying no might mean yes. Ooh. Zimmerman just seems like a sleazeball.
Yeah, DS9 Zimmerman especially.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's hard to imagine.
Voyager Zimmerman would just make himself a holographic vagina to bang.
And probably name it.
You just add a vagina to all his flies.
To his house flies.
Anyway.
Are we still in the synopsis?
Yeah.
Jake.
It's not my fault. Other people keep interjecting
it's
shit.
actually really my fault, to be honest. So I'm sorry, Jake. I'll stop.
Alright, so finally that lets the doctor realize, oh yeah, maybe it's not great to make my friends look like assholes. So he calls his publisher and is like, listen, don't publish a thing. I'm going to make some changes. And then when I'm done, I'll send you the new draft and you can publish that. But before anything, turns out the publisher has gone ahead and published it anyway. And it's very popular, and it's making people think Voyager's a bunch of assholes. So Daddy calls up and says, Janeway, you're making us look like schmucks. We didn't authorize anything like this.
Stay in the Delta Quadrant.
Stay in the fucking Delta Quadrant. And she's like, okay, sorry, Doc, what the fuck? I thought we weren't publishing this.
We talked about this.
And he's like, I told the fucking... God damn it. And then he calls the publisher, and the publisher's like, yeah, well, I published it because, you're just like a hologram, and I don't give a fuck. So then they do a whole Measure of a Man thing, and in the end, the Doctor is ruled to be able to control his work. And
he's ruled to be an artist, if not a person.
Yes. Because
he's Chat GPT. You have to credit him.
But I feel like he sort of left out the part where he isn't really just trying to shit on his colleagues so much as bring
oh yeah, that's the other bit. Yeah.
To bring what do
awareness.
You call it? Awareness, thanks to the plight of holograms,
and especially the Mach 1
stuff.
Yeah, because he's
because they're literally in fucking mines.
They're fucking slaves.
That's fucked up.
And they get to read presumably the revised version.
No, I think they read the original.
I think it's just
fair enough. Yeah. My one thought when watching it was Janeway seems mostly accurate. Yeah. Aside from killing the crewman,
she does love killing a crewman,
and she does hate the Doctor so much.
Yeah, but then by the end of this episode, she's, standing up for him like crazy.
But, in the most backhanded way she can think of.
Yeah.
Because
let me tell you about this time that he was a fucking little bastard.
Because that's what the people she's talking to would respond to.
I understand. I'm just saying.
That's how you play a courtroom, which is why courtrooms fucking suck.
Yeah. It's a little awkward, because it's obviously, having the Doctor's version of the characters be so over the top was to try to, I think, just make... Because all I could think was, in a way, it's... I get what they're going for, but it does kind of also feel there's that issue of, allyship that falters in the face of recognizing one's own failings isn't real allyship.
Give us an example.
Well, don't make white people too uncomfortable if you want to keep them on your side. And this feels like kind of a version of that. Except that, again, at the end of the day, like, some of the exaggerations are so over the top. You're like... So I feel like, again, this was kind of like an attempt at something they slightly bungled again. A little.
Yeah, the thing about this episode is, from what I understand, they didn't know where, like, they had trouble breaking the story, and they didn't know where it was going to, like, how to end it.
Oh, Jesus.
And they thought to themselves, okay, we could do, like, this courtroom scene, but no, we shouldn't do that because that's just Measure of a Man again.
So that hadn't been the point from the beginning?
No!
Yeah, and, like, it was such a shit version of Measure of a Man that was watered down. It wasn't good.
Yeah, if they had just made more Measure of a Man, like, points, it might have been more...
I think they should have avoided it altogether.
See, I think it felt like 2 episodes stapled together.
It felt like 3.
And I preferred the Measure of a Man stuff to the, like,
Everybody's mad at me.
exaggerated characters.
The distracting...
That's not me stuff.
The distracting thing was that they didn't invoke Measure of a Man in the trial.
That's a good point.
Like, you think, like, hey, we're talking about the personhood of an artificial intelligent being. Gee, is there any precedent?
Well, I think the thing is that we've since learned is that that wasn't precedent. That, like, maybe because it wasn't an official court and it was just, she was just like the local JAG officer or whatever.
Well, that was the thing. That was a
the local JAG off.
That was a Starfleet thing. This was a Federation judge.
No, that's true.
But, like, because they tried to pull that shit with Data again with Lal.
True.
Yeah, also, Data starts off as Sung property and not, like, under Starfleet or Federation, whilst the EMHs are all Starfleet property specifically, I believe. Like, they were built for Starfleet. Yeah. Data was built for fun.
But here's the thing. It is a huge fucking problem for Starfleet if the EMHs are ruled as people.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they'll stop building them.
They have to. And, like, they obviously can't let them work in the mines. What do you do? Like, they just they can live in a holodeck somewhere, I guess.
This whole trial was just such a what's the word?
I don't know.
Sham?
Kangaroo court.
Yeah.
Not even that.
What is meant by kangaroo court, please?
I was going to ask the same thing.
It's like a sham. Yeah. But, like, because here's the thing. Like, this guy's ostensibly a Federation judge. But he's sitting there next to an admiral who has a very vested interest in this book getting pulled.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it's damned if you, damned if you don't. Because, like I said, if he was to say, if the magistrate judge or whatever was to say, yes, he's a real boy.
Well, and that's why the judge pulled his punch and was like, well, I'm not going to make the hard call, but I'll say he's an artist? Shrug?
Yeah, I'm going to pass the buck all the way to someone who's not me.
But let's be honest, that's kind of the state of the judiciary quite frequently. It's like, I'm going to pass this on to a different court, or I'm going to give a half-assed judgment that can be dealt with later. Or
yeah, I can see this may make precedent, so I'm not going to start myself.
I ain't signing off on this. I'm a coward.
What if I say the wrong thing and people get mad at me?
Yeah, it's possibly the most realistic depiction of the judiciary yet in Star Trek in that regard.
I don't know who directed this episode, but the visual of, like, at the end of the trial, to me it looked like the actor playing the judge, which is like, okay, my scenes are done. Because they, like, kept the camera on as, like, the actor just, like, walked away.
I didn't notice.
It wasn't like an official, like, okay, well, these proceedings are complete. It's like, okay, the thing's over, and then, like, the guy just gets up and wanders off.
The issue I had was that at first I thought he was the Bolian's lawyer. Because, first of all, they were both dressed in the same fucking outfit.
They were, like, next to each other.
And he was kind of, like,
weird.
Smirking when the Bolian was making his points, like, yeah, I'm on your side. It's like, okay, so that's his lawyer. It's like, oh, you're the oh my god, you are so biased. Good thing it's a moneyless society, or that guy would definitely be bribing you. Yeah.
I like a lot of the points made in this. I feel like, like I said, I feel like it's the plots are disjointed.
Completely.
Like, there's a hard stop when it's like, oh, this got up to the public and now we're in a different episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Changing gears.
Yeah, exactly. And you felt it. Like, you could feel the shift.
Yeah, it's almost like another director walked in and said, it's my show now.
A different writer walked in, even. It's just...
Yeah.
I will say, I never thought I'd say this, because very few people can, but Paris pulled off that mustache.
Really?
At the end
so?
of shooting he did, because it was so fucking fake.
But overall, it's like, if he wanted to grow that mustache, I feel like he could, I mean, he looks like a football coach, but...
Yeah. I know he does scruff now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what he looks
Scruffy
like? He
man.
looks like, Ted Lasso,
A little bit.
who I don't think is a football coach.
I think,
But I don't really
Well, he
know.
is.
He's literally
He's
a
just-
football coach.
Oh, is he? I've never
but-
seen
but
the show. I
soccer,
have no
football,
idea.
so-
Oh, okay. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the premise of the show?
Well, he's like an American who somehow winds up coaching an English soccer team. I don't
What?
know much beyond that.
We should, well.
It was so weird. Like, again, there were good points wrapped up in strangeness.
Yeah, and a lot of, there were some very good, funny moments.
Yeah. I mean, the actors were clearly...
Yeah, you give them something new to do and get to, be exaggerated forms of their characters, and you can see, oh yeah, Tim Russ is having the time of his life in his 0.5 second scene.
Yeah, it very much felt like they wanted to do kind of a mirror universe
Like Living
thing.
Witness?
Yeah, it was a... Yeah.
But
I got
similar
that
to Living
vibe,
Witness,
too.
But didn't want to actually do mirror universe, so they came up with this.
I do like fake Kim being like, with my luck, I'll get all of them. It's like, yeah, with your luck, you would actually.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're
no,
lucky, you damn near do.
no, Harry, it's not that your character's a hypochondriac. It's that
You're the most unlucky man in the world.
Yeah, you've been in the sickbay more than anyone else, except for the literal hypochondriac from Good Shepherd.
He's cured now, magically, because of Janeway. Oh no, because of space bugs.
Yeah, who knows?
Something.
God, that episode sucked.
Space disease.
Harry was a trill, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He looked good with the spots.
He did.
Yeah, I loved the mobile emitter gag.
Oh.
That was a good that was a
was a
good
good-
touch, because I can see the EMH considering it a burden, and it's something that makes him feel different.
Yeah.
It
Well, that was-
reminds him that he is not one of everybody else.
When he explains it, you're like, oh yeah, okay. I never, because again, you just think of it as like, oh, he must be so grateful for this thing, but it's like, yeah, but he can't exist without it
Yeah.
outside of that one fucking room.
Yeah, but they also the mobile emitter. It's like a medical device, right? Like there's plenty of people that have to have medical devices, glasses, right? Like,
Well, yeah, but again, I think for some folks, depending on glasses are just sort of de rigueur because they've been around for so long. But if you think about somebody with it would be like
a pod for
an insulin pump.
like
Yeah,
an insulin.
But I only feel like
Or
that's the case if...
or a wheelchair. Or,
Yeah, like I can see how it's something that for him, Dresser's like, what? It makes your life easier. He's like, yeah, but it's also a noticeable thing that makes me different. And I feel like there were some good points lost under the weird comedy and strange courtroom thing.
Is there comedy?
Attempted.
I was just kidding. That was my attempted comedy.
yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the fun that the cast seemed to be having.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like you said, even Picardo playing Sleaze Doc was...
Yeah, I thought that was
Terrific.
delightful.
He does play a good sleaze.
He does. Like when he was Hyde that day, and
Mm-hmm.
that other day when he was hitting on
He-
every woman on the ship.
He contorted his jaw in this way that must have been so uncomfortable, but looked great. But yeah, I forget if we actually talked about this during the recording, and if we did, if it made it in, but
Cool.
the weird retcon that apparently Tom wrote Captain Proton?
Yeah.
I assumed he just wrote the holodeck programs he's been doing on the Voyager.
But that's, I don't know, because I'd always assumed the idea was Captain Proton was, just a pastiche of real-world things that existed already.
I'm guessing that maybe Captain Proton was actually, a 1930s serial that was real.
And that he just wrote more of them.
And then he wrote a bunch of fanfic, basically.
I guess, but I just feel like the way they talked about it before, it seemed like they'd already existed and he was just playing them.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe he
I feel
created
like
those programs.
I feel like this was more like, well, we never said he didn't.
Or
Yeah.
maybe even the ones we've seen already were ones that pre-existed, and then he wrote some more because he liked playing them so much and he ran out of them.
Yeah.
That seems very Tom-like to me.
Yeah.
Like, we know when we saw Worst Case Scenario, he wants to come up with fun plots for things.
Yeah.
And he knows how to structure a story and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that was the point of that episode, is that he wasn't good at it. Tuvok
Well,
had
he
to
learned.
teach him the
He was
tenets of dramatic whatever.
he was good at ridiculous craziness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Lowbrow.
that's what Captain Proton is.
Yeah.
Lowbrow, exactly.
Oh god, and it turns out this Bolian is the guy that brings us Dixon Hill.
Of course, Tom
did you look it
knew
up? Is it who I said it
Oh,
was?
yes, it is, by the way.
Yeah.
Well done.
He has a very distinctive voice.
Also, fun fact, he was the longest ever serving president of
The
SAG.
United States? Oh.
Oh, of SAG, neat.
Yeah.
That's
They're
cool.
on strike right now.
They are.
Solidarity.
Oh, speaking of people on the show writing things, Picardo has actually written a book, The Hologram's Handbook,
Nice.
which is just, it's from the point of view of the EMH about all the stuff that he does in the show and all this thing. And it sounds very cute. And Ethan Phillips has actually written the Star Trek cookbook.
Oh, God bless Ethan Phillips.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes.
I kind of want it now.
I do.
Same.
I do love the idea that he maybe did actually do a holo cooking cookbook and that people watch it now and he's the fucking Julia Child of the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah, but people have replicators. What are you doing?
I always cook with Talaxian brandy. Sometimes I put it in the food.
Why was it Peter Falk?
Because I can't even begin to try to do Ethan Phillips.
Oh man, I
actually thought I was doing a pretty good job until you said that. So
Sorry.
thanks
I
for
don't know.
that.
I don't know.
No, that's okay.
I heard it. I heard it in there.
I now imagine
Thank you.
Jake giving a copy to his grandfather for Christmas one year.
Jake Sisko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Grandpa,
Oh, yeah,
you said you wanted
for the
to
restaurant.
to learn about alien cooking. Well, check out this weird fucker.
He looks delicious. Oh, Picardo also says, and I can't tell if this is true or not, because it might have been kind of contradictory or something else on Memory Alpha, that they let him keep the smoking jacket.
Oh, I hope so, because I
Which-
said ages ago I hope they did.
It looks great.
It does. The opening, where he appears,
Mhm.
and sort of is assembled, was a fun little bit of CG. Didn't look too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
It resolved into him smoothly enough. It wasn't an awkward transition.
Yeah, it was good for the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
so remember, I think it was last week I mentioned how I thought it was weird how, like, the holodeck just completely changes 7 of 9's appearance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, here's another magic fucking thing in the holodeck. So, the game is just, they were just playing that on the holodeck, right?
Yeah.
So they're still, they're
Yeah,
real.
it's a hollow novel.
Yeah, and they're still
People. Oh, I think I know what you're about
So
to say.
when B'Elanna walks out of the holodeck
Mm-hmm.
sick bay without the mobile emitter, her leg disappears.
Well, if it can make things black and white, it can maybe cloak a leg. Like, her leg was really still there, and if she'd stepped down, she wouldn't have fallen.
That's a pretty...
I did not notice the leg disappear.
Oh, yeah, that's why she stops
That's
and-
why Tom was
Oh.
like, "Hey, dum dum."
I thought him saying that made her turn
No,
around. I
she
didn't notice the
her
leg.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Her leg disappeared,
Ooh. What the
as
fuck are
if
you
she were.
talking about?
And I'm like, "Wow, that's some cool attention to detail, Doc. Good job."
Mm.
I mean, I guess if like that was part of his point,
Yeah.
was like he wants the reader, the player, to just walk out and not think about having to wear their mobile emitter. So maybe
Yeah.
that's intentional. Maybe he went out of his way to make the disappearing leg trick.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was it weird to anybody else? Because I know whenever you're playing a hollow novel kind of a thing, and you can kind of like still be you're a character, but you're still also kind of you.
Yeah.
Why they didn't use your pronouns, and every time
Oh, I didn't notice
a different
that.
character referred to, like Janeway playing playing an EMH, referred to her as he's right there. We gotta get rid of him.
Because you're not playing. You're not. See, that's I think the difference, right? This is not a. It's not like an RPG or something where you get to customize your character. You're still playing the Doctor, who's a character in the novel.
Okay.
So you're just standing in their place, basically.
All right, so it's like your Link, but you happen to just be standing where Link is in Zelda.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if you were to play Link in VR.
That does,
Okay.
though, beg another question, which I thought of, and then I forgot that I thought of it, but this just reminded me.
Good. That's what
So-
we're here for.
So Tom, is the first one to play the game, and he does the scanning. And the thing is, we know Tom has some
Medical
medic
background.
training.
He's a nurse.
Yeah.
He's
So,
the
like,
only one on the crew.
what happens if you don't have medical training?
I thought the same thing.
during those scenes.
Yep.
I'm
You walk
guessing
in
the
and you
tri-
just...
The
You get
tricorder
a
probably
prompt
just says
it says like
what it
press
is.
triangle
This
to use
dumbass.
tricorder.
Yeah.
Or another character just like shakes you by the shoulders and you're like, do the thing!
Well, and plus, it doesn't really matter which character you choose to save first because Janeway's going to come and make you fix this other person anyway.
Yeah,
so
the
it just
plot
means
is on
that-
a track.
Yeah.
It's on the track, and probably, like, if you don't know the lingo, people probably just berate you. Like, Chakotay
Stupid.
calls you a dum-dum.
Is he the one that called him a dum-dum? I thought it was Paris.
They all
think
call him
everyone
a
did.
dum-dum.
Oh,
Yeah, I have to say, I was saying to Ames, I think someone has to do the Bjorn Chakotay cosplay.
Yes, I think you could pull it off, Jake.
With
ponytail
the
and
full-
tattoo.
The full face,
It-
the Bjorn tattoo.
With like wasn't a serpent intertwined or something?
It looked like it. I didn't get quite a good look, but it was pretty epic.
Yeah. I do feel like it's a shame they put so much effort into all these alternates and we didn't get a good look at most of them.
Yeah.
But I'm sure someone must have in the history
And I
of
really
cons.
wish we had a scene of Neelix acting like a shit to the Doctor.
What would he even look like?
It's actually just Ethan Phillips without any of the makeup on.
Actually, that'd be
That's-
pretty good.
That's what they did for B'Elanna.
Or he's a Kazon,
Oh no.
but it's Ethan
gross.
Phillips.
Mm.
Or, I don't know, what's some other fucking Delta Quadrant species?
Ferengi.
We're going to
Ethan
talk
Phillips-
about them
Ethan-
next week.
Ethan Phillips would be an interesting Ferengi.
He's
Oh,
been
he
an
would
interesting
be a good
Ferengi
Ferengi.
a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
I know.
of that.
Speaking of, actually, the Bolian guy
Boar.
was one of the Ferengi
Boat.
that bought some of freeze-dried Quark when Quark thought he was dying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Donatello?
Yeah,
Oh.
Good for
did
him.
Did I notice it then?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He was probably very briefly appeared.
Well, and
Like,
also probably hard to get that distinctive voice out around all those teeth.
True.
All right. Apropos of nothing, I want to segue to a different thing.
Okay.
What are your guys' opinions on monkey law? And do you need me to tell you the story?
Oh, is this the camera thing?
This is the camera thing.
selfie.
For those of you who don't know, I'll make sure there's a picture up on the website or something. But here's the story. I'm going to show these fuckers a picture because I have it handy.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Look at this very dingusy. I think he's a macaque.
I like
What
him.
are you?
I like his face. It makes me happy.
Macaque. Yeah. So there's this macaque.
Uh-huh.
He's very handsome, and the story is so this macaque basically took a selfie of himself, and the question became, who owns the copyright to this photograph? Because the nature photographer claims it should be his because he set up the camera and he befriended these macaques and made them comfortable taking photos of themselves and supposedly planned this whole thing, even though it's a little unclear because originally the story was these macaques stole his camera and ran off and came back with it full of monkey pictures. But unclear. Second option, the one that Wikimedia Commons believes, is that it should be public domain because a non-human took the photo and non-humans don't have rights for copyright. The option 3, the monkey owns the copyright. Monkey
Yes.
copyright.
That's it.
The thing is, that's the case PETA was trying to make, and they're kind of schmucks.
Yeah, they just do shit for attention. I hate them. If I was vegan, I would despise them. I'm not vegan and I despise them. I guess what I'm saying, though, is even if I was, I'd be like, these people don't speak for me.
I'd despise them if I were a member of their organization. That's how much I hate them.
Fair enough.
I would join them just to be a member, so I could hate them more.
They kill so many animals.
I don't know anything about them, to be honest. I
Oh,
know. I
they
mean, I know
are.
Oh,
they
who?
are, but
PETA?
I know what PETA is. I don't know
Yeah, no, they are.
whether I should hate them.
They're
Oh no,
fucking-
they are.
they're
They are
terrorists.
genuinely bad people.
Are they?
They do like genuinely slaughter many animals every
They,
year.
like, literally adopt a shelter full of dogs and then kill them because they think it's better for the dogs to be dead than to be slaves to people. And also, they target children and tell them that their parents are murderers because they cook meat, and they suck.
What do they think about Taco Bell?
Not fans.
I'd imagine.
So anyway, monkey
there
law.
are some vegetarian options.
That's true. Yeah. So monkey law, I just thought of it because of this episode and who owns the rights and all of this stuff, and I was just curious,
What
like,
was the decision ultimately? Public domain or?
I think the decision it was that because the monkey can't own the copyright, that it should be public domain.
Cool.
The photographer has been very upset about it because I guess it means he's not making money and he's like in ruins now because of this monkey thing. When really the point was to bring attention to the monkeys so that they do better, and people now know about the monkeys.
I like this monkey. I don't usually like monkeys because of the whole Uncanny Valley thing, but this monkey's all right.
Yeah,
I like
he
this
looks
monkey.
like a
Seems
nice
cool.
man.
I mean, the other
Nice
thing,
boy.
though, like,
I'd buy a car from this monkey.
He's like, what's it going to take to get you into this Honda Accord today? I don't know.
That's a monkey car. Yeah, I like it.
I think I understand the photographer's point of view on it.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
It's on his camera. It belongs to him, as far as I'm
it's
concerned.
on his camera.
That's his.
So if I took his camera and took a picture, would it still be his picture?
No.
What?
No.
Why not?
Because...
Do I have to make an agreement with him about whose picture is on his camera?
I think if you take the photo, it's your photo.
Well,
but if I drop my camera and the shutter clicks, and just by the force of it hitting the ground, I didn't intentionally take that picture. But I would say then it just happened to be like an awesome picture of something. I don't know.
Falling at the ground.
Great foot pick.
Gross.
It's a different website.
Wiki feet.
Well, what's interesting too now, of course, is we're recording this in the midst of the rise of AI writers, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. Monkey writers.
And now apparently, I don't know the full details, but basically because a lot of these AI things, cull the internet and such for information to base their work on, apparently there's a group of people suing these programs for copyright infringement. But that's, then the argument becomes how's like that versus someone who became a writer after reading a bunch of other works and yada yada. But of course, I think the real argument with these current programs is that they're not actually artificially intelligent yet. They're bots at best.
Yeah.
The Doctor...
They're mimicking things they've seen online.
Yeah, the Doctor is a type of advanced program we don't have yet. Like, I don't think there's yet a question of the sapience of our programs. Like, the biggest scare quotes part, really, of any of these AI artists isn't even artist, it's AI.
I
Are better read on this stuff than we are, but...
That's how you would pronounce AI.
Oh, I thought you were...
Yeah.
God damn it.
That was great. I loved it.
You got me.
Jesus, are we done? It's 100 degrees in here.
Still another episode to go.
All right, let's
Oh, God.
Whip through it, Jake.
All right, here we go.
But wait, I haven't shit on John Torres enough.
Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, I want to do that too briefly. Fuck that guy.
Fuck
Who
John
the fuck
Torres.
is just showing up all... then I realized, fuck you. She never should have called him. Should have go fuck himself and touch him. Like, good for you, darling.
So are we to understand that B'Elanna's mother actually is
It does
dead?
sound like she died, yeah.
Apparently.
Weird.
Less said about that, the better.
Unrelated to Barge of the Dead, I hope.
Oh, fucking episode.
I'm assuming the writers just didn't remember that was not real.
No, to them it is real.
I really, again, do not understand why Threshold gets as much shit as it does when something like Barge of the Dead exists.
More like Barge of the Shit.
Yeah.
And Robbie was great in Threshold.
He was. And he was a cute lizard.
Aww.
Lizard.
The hell's the next episode called? I've already
The
forgotten.
next episode is called, Chris, good, thank you for asking. It's called Friendship 1.
Right, Jesus Christ.
So in Friendship 1, turns out that, so now again, we did not hit the reset button after last week, by the way. We're still in constant contact with Earth. And Barclay, was it Barclay? I think it was Barclay called up. No, it wasn't.
some
Always
Admiral.
had-
Yeah, right, it was Admiral.
The name should be on the card.
Yeah, it wasn't even Paris. It was some
Admiral
limey.
Britishman.
Yeah.
Whatever, I can't read. It was Admiral something or other. Very British.
Very.
Why did I give you the card?
Old professor of Janeway's from her college days.
Everyone's fucking... They always knew the admirals at some point. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So he calls up.
Well,
He's
the
like,
Admiral's got to come from somewhere.
"Oh, Catherine, my dear, I was hoping I could impose upon you to do this one thing for me. We've lost a ship. We've lost a ship many years ago. And we'd like you to go check it out, and I'm Irish for some
Yes,
reason."
he was.
Because
What
he's
just
become
happened?
quite Irish.
Interesting. Good
Anyway,
choice.
so yeah.
Tidy, 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 he said.
Grandpa Admiral basically tells
I
Janeway...
believe it's Admiral Grandpa.
Thank
Thank
you. He tells Janeway that there is this spaceship that apparently everyone's very familiar with because it was the first deep space probe that Earth launched after the discovery of warp.
Yes, full of our
Yeah,
secrets.
and it's
Morons.
It's basically
Attack here.
a Voyager or what was the other one? Pioneer.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like one of those things that we send out that is to greet aliens, but now we have warp drive, so we can send it really fucking fast. And it, for a long time, it was pinging back home, but then they lost contact with it. And this is like in the 20th century. So here we now are, or in the 21st century, I guess. So here we are now in the 24th century, and Admiral Dad is like...
No, that's the Admiral is Discovery guy.
Oh, Admiral, whatever. Admiral
Look at
Nelson.
the name on the card.
Oh, there it is. Hendricks. I swear we already had another Admiral Hendricks.
We
It's
probably
possible.
did.
Anyway, he's like, yeah, it's in your neck of the woods, so why don't you take a little break and check it out? Take a break from, heading home, which you've been trying to do for the last 7 fucking years. Take a couple months to go check out this probe, why don't you? So she does, and they do, and then Harry Kim comes up with a way to search for it that's more efficient, because of course he did.
He's so cool now. Now
Yeah.
that he plays all that sax.
And he's got that big Bill energy. And they find it, they find it on a planet, and they get to the planet. It's all covered. The planet's covered in radiation. They're like, "Oh shit, we got to take the flyer down. We can't beam down. There's all this radiation." So they get down there, like, "Huh? There's like some ruined ass cities down here." Oh, and by the way, the away team includes none other than our good friend Joe Carey.
Who? Is what everyone else is asking.
Oh.
He
No,
was,
I didn't.
he's the one that should have been chief engineer, but he got showed up by Balana.
I knew exactly who he was.
Nice.
I knew he was the one that was gonna die.
Yeah, Joe Carey's back
I was kind of
After-
bummed they killed him.
after several years to be a red shirt.
He showed
Guess
up.
who's back?
He showed up a few weeks ago too.
Oh, I've already made
No,
that
he did
joke.
not.
He has not been on the show in years.
This is the first he's been back in a long time.
No, I swear, didn't he show up for
Was-
Kess's? Like,
Oh, but that was him in the past, so it's different. Okay.
but it was but wasn't that him?
Yeah, I think he was in the past.
Yeah, he might have been in that, but he wasn't. He hasn't been seen in. I assumed he had died already.
No, that's right.
right.
Justice for Hutch. Wait,
Well,
Zombie Carrie. Oh God.
Yeah.
one of
He was a
those.
zombie?
He's still alive.
Oh man, that was what my fanfic was going to be, but I can't do it now because I don't get any characters that are going to work for it.
Zombie Barkley. What?
No, Hutch.
Okay, please continue. It's quite warm, Jay.
Yeah.
We have several hours to go.
Yeah, so anyway, so they fucking did this thing where they find... I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I have no idea what's happening. What am I doing? What show am I on?
You know what's really shitty is that I definitely watched this episode and I cannot remember anything.
Oh, and
in
that's
it.
right.
yes,
Well,
I
they-
kill Hutch.
So
Carrie.
they kill Joe Carey. Yeah, so they're
Well,
on
they get captured.
Yeah, they
Let's
get
start
captured.
with the getting captured.
Yeah, so they find the probe, or the
Wow.
remains of it, and it's on this ruined planet, and then they get captured by these fucking monster people. Well, it turns out the monster people are the original inhabitants of this planet,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, wait, you're the fuckers that sent us this probe? Off with their heads! Because it turns out the probe, which included all these instructions on how to build, like, warp travel and antimatter and all this other shit.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, this was all pre-Prime Directive, and it shows because the first civilization that it encountered was like, oh, sweet, antimatter, and just promptly destroyed themselves.
Although not the way you'd expect.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened, but they tried to, I don't know, whatever. They blew themselves up. They blew it
They
all.
put it in the microwave and it exploded.
Yes.
I hate when that happens.
Damn dirty apes and their photographs. They blew it up. So they...
Finally made a monkey out of me. And monkey law.
Yes. And there's like this leader of like the survivors who's a real piece of shit.
Oh, he's the worst.
He kills Carrie just for fun,
What an asshole.
just to make a point. They also manage to capture another guy who's less of an asshole and who's like a scientist type guy. And they're like, oh, we can treat him with nano magic probes.
We do that all the time.
They do that. They cure him of his monster syndrome, turn him into a real boy, and then he manages to figure out a way to remove all the radiation from the atmosphere. And then they do. Jagoff learns that, the humans aren't jerks after all.
I don't know that he learned that.
Well, he at least came to accept it enough.
He was deposed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now so many of that planet's people are going to be descended from that first guy who was cured. because he is officially the hottest man on that planet.
Yeah, well, there is a new baby.
It's true.
Borg baby makes a little appearance, I think.
Oh, God, when it was first born.
Oh.
And the legs.
Oh, yeah, the dead rubbery
there
legs.
clearly wasn't even a fake, leg in there, because, even if the baby was not alive, the leg would not move like that, because there would be a bone in there.
I mean, we don't know if this species
That is
has
jelly.
bones. You're just assuming
They
bones.
could have a series of fluid-filled bladders like Kif.
Yeah.
So this was kind of, it was decent. Because we've done a lot of, this is why the Prime Directive's important episodes. But this one did it in a different way that I enjoyed.
Yeah,
Did you? Oh, wow.
Kind of cool, because it was because they're setting it up like, oh, God, they got the probe, and they made super weapons, and they killed themselves. And they're like, nope! We built a power plant using tech we didn't fully understand, and we had a planet-wide Chernobyl. Thanks.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, nuclear winter doesn't look pleasant.
No, it does not.
It looks a lot like regular winter, actually.
But the fact that
Which, as we know,
this one
sucks.
dude, first of all, I was struggling to figure out the timeline here. Like, how long has this planet been fucked for?
Yeah, probably
Well, because they say that they lost contact with the probe
103 years ago.
Yeah, I thought 130 years, something. I don't know. Whatever. They lost
30 would make more sense.
130.
It was launched 4 years after Cochrane's warp flight, if that helps at all.
Yeah, but then they say that they lost contact.
Yeah,
with
that
it.
I missed, so I don't know.
But
I don't know
also,
the rest, but I had that one fact.
Here's the thing: it has to have fallen through a wormhole or something, because at most that motherfucker was warp 5, and it's in the Delta Quadrant now.
It slingshotted a bunch of times.
Something.
It's in the future.
Also, though, I love the idea of the humans build this thing, they send it off, and then they tell the Vulcans they've done that, and the Vulcans are like, you did fucking what? Son of a bitch. That's why we gotta keep a closer eye on you idiots.
Probably. Yeah, but how long have these people been here? How old are they? Have they been here since the planet was destroyed, or are these the descendants?
I assume descendants.
Yeah, I assumed they were kind of like Quickening Planet, in that they were always... They all came out gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
The baby looked fine.
Yeah, it had some little lumps.
Did it?
It did.
Yeah, they bring it up to the ship, and Doctor cures it of its lumps. And sends it back down. It's like, if
And
they
then
send you down there, you're going to get lumps anyway,
And
but
then
fine.
only has the lumps it's supposed to have. Because it's an alien
Those
in Star
lovely
Trek.
baby lumps.
Nah, I was thinking that too.
But yeah,
Not in a creepy way.
No, I know.
All right.
No, just
Just lumpy.
yeah.
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 All right, humps.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was... I guess I kind of like the fact that they kind of do a twist, where it's like, no, it wasn't war. It was... You gave a child a nuclear reactor,
Like you
and
do.
the obvious happened.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It licked it.
They gotta accept some responsibility.
Oh, yeah, no. They were totally cross-eyed and, laying all the blame at humanity's feet.
Yeah,
that was dumb.
But it was mostly that one guy. Nobody else really seemed to be mad.
That's true.
It was really just him.
He was telling them to be mad, so they were mad, just mad enough. Like the chick we meet, Bryn, is like, I'm not supposed to bring you food because Varen told me not to, and they're like, bring us food, please. And she's like, okay, because I'm pregnant and nice.
Well, she wasn't supposed to bring him food. She was supposed to bring him his medical kit.
Oh, well, fine.
Which they eventually gave in to, because he was like, I can probably maybe save her kid, possibly.
Yeah, Varen seems like a real scumbag.
Yeah, he's awful. He's not good. He definitely is not really ever sympathetic. You can see why he's mad, but he's refusing to get out of his anger. Whereas other people are willing to be like, these people seem kind of okay. Maybe we are misunderstood. Maybe it wasn't on purpose. Maybe it was just a colossal fuck up.
Yeah. Have you guys read or seen Contact?
Oh, God, it's been 1,000 years, but I definitely saw it once.
It's like aliens send us the instructions for how to build this machine, and everyone's all like, this is stuff we've never even heard of. We're learning how to even use the elements like this as we go.
Yeah.
Should we even be doing this? Are we like ants to these people? And it's like, yes. You people are ants. Stop building the machine.
I mean, I think that's the interesting thing with Friendship 1, of course, is this was... Humans were just getting out of anthood. They're still half ant, and they're just let's make this thing and throw it out and meet other ants. Crawling out of anthood is awesome. Let's go help other people do that. And it's this is why you can't, or at least not like this.
Well, you would
We
also
came out of the cocoon all messed up.
You'd also think, though, that, so assuming... I think it would be much slower than Warp 5, right? Because how long after...
4 years, they said.
Right, so the Warp 5 engine was only developed by Jonathan Archer's father.
That wasn't established yet, though.
I know, but like...
Yes, no, I know. It would probably be Warp 2 at most.
Let's say let's be generous and say Warp 2.
This is also unmanned, if that makes a difference.
I don't know that it does.
Okay.
I think like they're still limited to the size or to like specific warp engine capacity.
Okay. Not that it would physically crush everyone on the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just think the ability of humanity to make a better engine didn't exist yet.
Here's the thing: say it was going Warp 2.
Sure.
It was going Warp 2.
As soon as a Warp 3 ship got invented,
True.
they could just catch up to it in like a day.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like a logarithmic scale.
I mean, when fucking Archer's dad made the Warp 5 engine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, look, we just drove by Friendship 1. See ya. Let's pick that motherfucker up now that we have a Prime Directive.
Yeah. That was the thing, because at first, too, Jake, I had the similar thought of just like, why do they care about picking up this old ass? And it's like, oh, because it might land somewhere it shouldn't. That's why they want to try to intercept it.
And tell somebody tell somebody how to make a nuclear reactor.
And they never said that outright. But
they put it in the microwave.
Yeah, but it tied into the larger idea, so I appreciated that. It's like, thank you for showing and not telling. Also, Admiral British was
Hendrix?
Isaac Newton in Death Wish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not, however, Isaac Newton, who played Cards with Data. That was a different actor.
Different Newton.
Rats. Yeah, I did notice that woman, Bryn, previously played Elizabeth Lentz in Explorers. That, like, valedictorian woman who Julian was all jealous of.
Oh, no shit!
She got the good posting and blah, blah, blah.
And the post-ganglionic whatever.
Sure.
That the one question he got wrong.
He got it wrong on purpose because of his brain thing.
Yep.
Ganglionic cockbag.
Got him.
So did you, I don't know, when I said I kind of like this, you seemed surprised. What did you think of it?
It was fine. I just thought it because it was like a lot of stuff we've seen already.
That's fair.
Like when we first started talking about, oh yes, this ship, the thing. I was like, oh, you're going to talk about the Phil Morris ship? We already saw that. We've already done this.
That was my thought too, but then it turned into a Prime Directive thing, which we've also seen, but in different ways.
Yeah.
But yes, my first thought was, are we just redoing Phil Morris? Oh no, okay.
But with not Phil Morris? Fuck it.
Yeah, he was the only good part of that episode.
He was a great part of that episode.
I liked that the children's toy that they found in the rubble was playing the same song that the Probe played.
Yeah.
Nice.
It looked like a weapon. It
did.
When they're like, it could be a weapon, like, it's probably a
It was
weapon.
like a grenade, Jesus.
A little bit.
Put it away.
That was a boring ass toy, though. Just play.
Yeah, that's not really a toy. Unless maybe it's also a puzzle and they just didn't get to that part. Because it did have all the little lights on it, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, like that puzzle we saw last episode that Tuvok gave at the baby was it the actual baby shower or the hollow
baby shower, I think. Because we didn't actually see the real baby shower.
Man, so the holodeck figured out what Tuvok was going to give B'Elanna for the baby shower.
Maybe she already knew. Maybe he told her.
Uh,
I don't know.
Wasn't there was also some weird puzzle, that like 3D lights out puzzle that somebody was playing.
Oh, that was in, everyone on the ship was obsessed with it, and we thought it was going to, like, play a bigger part in the story, but it was really just about...
in which episode?
I don't remember.
I know there was one...
I remember the puzzle, but...
There was one very early in Deep Space Nine that Jadzia was playing.
No, this was a Voyager one.
Okay, this was a Voyager one.
Oh, the one where she was like, Julian, try to like...
Yeah.
And he was like, ooh,
oh, my came accidentally!
oh no! Oh, God.
I have to pretend I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, good point. He probably could have done that shit really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never thought of that. Yeah, in hindsight.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in hindsight has to be written off as he was playing dumb, literally.
So which game are you talking about?
There's a light game going around Voyager.
It was like a lights out style
Oh,
game.
okay. And didn't someone hand it to Seven and she solved it with one button or
I
something?
think so,
Okay,
yeah.
yes, this
Yeah,
does
like
sound
a
familiar.
cube.
Oh, it's one of those ones where you have to push the buttons and it takes the lights out.
Yeah.
The lights out. Yeah.
I don't
Isn't that
remember
a thing that exists in real life?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this one was like a 3D futurized version of it.
It's the
Yeah.
version that really exists, not 3D.
No, it
it's
was
like
just a
it's like a
plane.
grid.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, there might be a 3D one by now. Who the fuck
Well,
knows?
no, I don't know. I have no idea. Just whatever.
Was it Think Tank? No, it wasn't. Never mind.
Whatever.
I have no
It's
idea.
not
I
important.
have
Yeah,
no
it's
idea.
not. Sorry.
Someone will message
We
us
seem to be
later.
dwelling on this.
It will
and
be
it is
fun.
awfully hot
Our
still.
brains are melted.
It's still very hot.
It's late. It's hot. We're tired. That's the episode title.
It's been a long day.
All right. How about that blogtivity?
I have notes
She has
still.
a lot of notes.
All right,
shit.
everybody shut the fuck up and let Ames do what she's got to do. Go
All
ahead,
right,
Ames.
so we
the
don't-
floor is yours.
So we don't let Torres come with us, even though Torres is like, it's fine that I can go down into the nuclear winter while pregnant. Because pregnant women should have the same rights as everyone. And everyone's like, no, Torres, you stay on the ship.
This is the one time where misogyny actually might be
But the
right.
thing is,
But it's not misogyny. It's fucking common sense.
it's also if she went down there for a couple hours, it'd been fine. There was a fucking lady who literally lived there in the fucking radiation.
Yeah, she had a stillborn.
A lot
They
of them, I think.
fixed. They fixed it.
Jesus Christ.
Not even. Oh, it didn't even take the doctor. Tom fucking Paris fixed it.
That's true. Tom did a great... Tom is like nurse extraordinaire this week.
He's the only
Neelix
one.
helped.
It's going to get to the point he's going to get back to the Alpha Quadrant and realize he has accidentally done enough work to actually just be an MD now.
Basically.
Like Trapper John.
Speaking of Neelix helped, both these episodes this week has some great Ambassador Neelix moments. Because back in Author, like Neelix goes over to Doc and is like, I really liked your your Hollow novel, and here's what I liked about it, and here's what you should do now because you're a nice guy, right? And it's like, oh, you're
it's true.
smooth. You're smooth, Neelix, and I love it.
He is.
In this episode, he's also super smooth because he goes up to Varen and he's like, oh yeah, these humans, I used to not like these humans, but you know what? If you really get to know them, they still fucking suck, but if you really get to know them after that, you don't want to kill them. And it's like, Neelix, damn.
Well, and they also,
Yeah,
again,
but then Varen is like, no, bitch, you don't know my life.
they
He's
also,
doing his job.
again, remembered the continuity. You know, oh, my planet was fucking wiped out by weapons. Also, I feel like he was probably being at least a little honest when he was like, they do take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that was the truth. That was not an act.
I think that's what he said specifically because he just watched the Author episode.
Yeah.
It's like, damn humans, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I am a little bummed about, not that I've missed him, but I'm a little bummed about Joe Carey getting...
It just seems so
It seemed
unnecessary.
random
Yeah.
to bring him back.
It felt like
they had no further opportunities, so it's like they had to do it to
It
somebody,
would have
right?
made more sense. Like, if they wanted to kill off a seldom used character, like a minor character.
Don't you dare say Ayala.
Flounder.
Uh,
I have the list here.
did
of
they
who else
already
considered.
kill... So, wait, they already killed... Did they already kill Samantha Wildman? Is she...
No, she's
No,
fine.
she's alive.
In fact,
I
here's
haven't
my
seen
list.
her in a long time.
Here's my list. So Ken Biller gave Michael Fuller and Michael Taylor. Were they both Michaels? Brian Fuller and Michael
Oh,
Taylor.
I know who it should have been.
Thanks, Jake. He
The
says,
Jordan girl from Good Shepherd.
"Can I tell you?
I want to
that-
guess
that
before...
she-
I want
that
to
she's
get...
the one on the list."
Oh, I want to
Oh.
guess before you see. That's the point of guessing.
Ah.
So there was a list of potential murders?
Yeah, so he says, okay, you can kill a recurring character because we've only got a couple episodes left, and if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it now. Why do they have to do it? I don't fucking know. Michael Taylor really wanted to kill Tal Celeste,
Yeah.
Hmm.
That
and
would
Jake
make a
seems
lot-
to agree.
I think that would have worked.
They should have killed Bug.
The other ones they considered were Vorik and Samantha Wildman. The thing is, if it were Samantha Wildman, then it would kind of be a Naomi episode.
You'd
they
have to deal with-
Yeah, they would. And they also, they basically did that
Oh,
already.
yeah, when she was, on that away mission that disappeared. Yeah, no.
And
Yeah,
she,
they
and,
definitely...
I honestly couldn't remember
Also,
if she survived.
she was on that Voyager that exploded.
Yeah, she dies all
That's
the time.
not really her Naomi.
Almost
That's
as much as Harry
not
Kim.
her Samantha. I mean, not her Naomi. Whatever.
But yeah, so...
But no, it felt
We
like...
haven't seen Samantha Wildman, I think, in
No, it's been ages.
2
Yeah,
seasons.
it's been a while.
But I was, it felt like, without any actual spoilers, but it felt like a Picard death. Like, you brought someone back just to kill them.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and I know, when they said, oh man, as soon as people see that Carrie's here, they know they're going to kill him off because he's not one of the main characters and we're in the situation.
And, here's the thing about Carrie. He's fine, but, I feel like we only know about him, because he had that weird competition with B'Elanna.
Yeah.
And because he participated in the trying to steal the crazy transporter technology.
Oh,
That one time. Those are
yeah.
the 2 things that I can think of where oh yeah, he was involved in that. But other than that, he was basically, he was Ayala level. He was a background character. There's no personality there. I don't know anything about him.
Pretty sure Ayala's in more episodes. He just never says
Ayala
anything.
is.
Like, way fewer lines.
But Ayala's basically just a body, someone to stand around. I think that's why I think Tal Celeste would have made way more sense, because that's a character that we know.
Yeah, and who we kind of redeemed a little bit.
Yeah, and we have
or told that was redeemed, not shown.
And we've also seen her far more recently than we've seen Joe Carey.
So he apparently did appear once. He was in Relativity, he was in Fury, and then he was in Friendship 1.
Yeah, but in Relativity, he was in the past again.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm sure
yes.
that was also the case in Relativity. He was on the pre-launch Voyager.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But
So really, he hasn't appeared in present day Voyager
since season 1.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, when he showed up, I didn't expect him to croak, because again, we had seen him. And they brought back Chell for shits and giggles, and
That's
he
true.
lived a few weeks ago. So that was just a part of this whole, season 7 victory lap thing.
Yeah, and they tried to do tried to pull he'll be fine because he's transferring over, and he's transferring over because, he's not one of the main characters. But, nope, he's transported over as a corpse.
Yeah, it was dumb, and I hated it.
Come on, Voyager. Grow a fucking pair. Kill off Neelix.
There's only 6 episodes left. You could have totally killed a major character just to fuck with people.
I would have agreed with you many, many years ago. I would have said, yes, fuck that guy. But no,
It's
don't
not
hurt
a fuck that guy.
Neelix.
It's not a fuck that guy. It's like a legit...
Yeah, if you want to hurt me, kill someone I care about.
Kill somebody we care about. Kill Harry Kim. Fuck it.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Get it fucking over with. That poor bastard's been through so much shit.
I mean,
that's why he can never die.
I was annoyed because it felt unnecessary, not because I care about Carrie. Legit, I probably would have been more upset if they had, say, killed Chell.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been fucking awesome if they killed Bug.
What are we saying is Bug?
The particularly shitty guy from Good Shepherd.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one who, tried to have a noble sacrifice. And I was like, fuck, no. Kill him. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, kill that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I just said that.
Oh, I missed it.
See, they can't kill Bug because Janeway did it in one of her off hours.
No, I know. Good for her.
That's actually where the Doctor was inspired
Yeah.
that scene to his book.
Oh, fuck. I should have put him on my best villains list.
Hey.
That's actually why Janeway was so pissed off. She's like, I told you never to tell anybody about me killing that fucking piece of shit.
Speaking of people on our best villains list, thank you. Perfect segue, and I've run out of notes. Thank God. It's so warm.
We apologize.
It's also 10:30.
It's late.
It's late.
We have not recorded this.
What are you apologizing for? These people are listening to this in the comfort of their own homes,
Yeah.
probably sitting in front
just
of
the
an air
sheer
conditioner.
bonkerness of this
But they
episode.
gotta get to bed too, our listeners. So
All right, listeners, when we're done talking about villains, you can go to bed. But first, we're going to talk about all the great villains in Voyager. Fuck it, it's late. I'm just gonna snap right into mine.
Go for it.
Go fast.
Like a Slim Jim.
how much
Yum.
overlap?
We'll see, because probably this one with at least Jake. Probably my number one from the tippy top, Anorax.
Yes.
He's a good one. He's such a compelling villain. They give him such a great story.
He's good.
You almost root for the guy, and you're like, but you're such a dick.
A little bit.
And expertly played by Red Foreman, Kurtwood Smith.
There we go.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Number 2 on the list. I'm going to say Arturus, who was the guy. Oh God, Jake, what's his actor's name? Help.
Arturus. What episode? I don't fucking...
Hope and Fear. He's the guy that kidnapped Seven and Janeway in the Dauntless.
With
Ray Wise.
Oh, Ray Wise.
The Ray Wise guy.
Yeah, he was good.
He was interesting, and again, he had this tragic backstory that you can understand what his character's going through, and he plays everyone so goddamn well.
Like a fucking fiddle.
And good for him. The last one is almost a toss-up, except it's not really a toss-up. Because I can't not give it to Borg Queen. You guys know how much I love Borg Queen. Every time we see her, it's a joy. She's fantastic. For a hot second, I considered Seska, but Seska can't win against Borg Queen. But she's entertaining.
Is she?
Yes. Her
Wow.
fucking pregnancy
Harmonized.
ploy is fucking hilarious.
All right.
But I gotta give my third to Borg Queen, because she's a fabulous bitch.
I had initially thought, and then immediately realized why I was wrong. I was expecting your boy, Lon Suitor. But it's like,
He's
but
no villain.
Ames doesn't exactly
He's no
consider
villain.
him a
He's
villain.
the
He's a
hero.
murderer.
Jake, you
All
go.
right, I'll go. Yeah, I also said Anorax.
Yay.
Okay.
I said Captain Ransom.
I thought you would. That's a good one.
From Equinox.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know how to say it, but Kashyyyk?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, from Counterpoint.
Counterpoint.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Sex enemy.
Yeah, sex enemy.
Yeah, the sexiest of sex enemies.
Kashyyyk is the Wookiee homeworld, so I hope he's Kashyyyk.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said Kashyyyk as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice, well done.
He's great. I am embarrassed to admit I did not think of some of the ones you thought of because they are much better, but I don't care. Living Witness Janeway.
Yes, that was the other one I was hoping someone would say.
Because goddamn, she was having fun. And fuck it, Dr. Chaotica.
Yeah, good list, Chris.
Exclamation point.
But what about Caitlin?
This really sucks because I had my list at work and then I left it there like an idiot.
You idiot.
No.
Well, I will say
As
briefly,
if you weren't at work long enough today.
Yeah.
Seriously. Dr. Kadan
Oh, yeah.
from Workforce.
Yeah, he's a slimy fucker.
Yeah, he's Donnie Most.
I wish I could remember who my second one was because I remember who my third one was and that one's the best.
Do you remember the episode? Any kind of hint you could give us?
Great villains. Oh, I said Pank.
Yay!
Actually.
Your boy Pank?
My boy
Sure.
Pank.
That's a good one. He's also so slimy.
He is.
He is slimy.
Is
And
your other one
finally...
also slimy?
Huh? What?
Is your third one also slimy?
Consider the slime.
The third one is the greatest villain of all. Henry Janeway.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
that guy.
Fuck that piece of shit. Oh, God.
Good
damn.
list.
Earlier I messaged Chris and was
And
like,
I
can I
forgot.
say Henry Janeway? And he's like, I don't see why not. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm surprised nobody said Ed Begley Jr. from...
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good.
yeah, he's a good one, too.
I didn't consider Ransom, but I did consider Max.
I considered Max.
Max, see, that's the thing. Max is more villainous, but Ransom's
Ransom is-
more interesting.
He's an
Yeah.
interesting villain,
Yeah, like Max is just evil.
Like, the thing
Ransom
is,
is
Ransom, like,
broken.
kind of gets a little redemption when he agrees to help.
Yeah, well, like, I feel like Ransom is a man who was broken by his circumstance. Max didn't take that long to break.
Yeah.
Max was just like, actually, you know what? Evil sounds fun.
Let's do a murder.
Jake's theme for this batch is going to be broken by circumstance. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
That fixes that, because I always have the most trouble thinking of themes for Jake's picks.
Good luck for mine.
What's the theme for mine?
We'll see.
Caitlin's an idiot.
They might just be
An
slimy motherfuckers.
She's
We'll see.
like, that's your theme every time, dummy.
Oh, God.
Dum Dum. Where the fuck does he call her?
I think Dum Dum.
Yeah.
God, I hate Henry Janeway so much.
Yeah, he sucks.
We all should have said Henry Janeway 3 times.
Yeah, you're actually really all disappointments.
Fuck
I'm
that
just
guy.
kidding. I didn't mean it. That was really rude. I'm sorry.
Well,
You're forgiven.
Thank you.
something. That's just your novel version. I don't. It's late. James, Jake us out.
We're Jaking out. All right, next week we got more of this to go.
Wait. Did you tell us yours?
I did.
You went first.
I went
Fuck
first.
me. Okay, I'm sorry.
It was Anorex, Arturus, and Borg Queen.
Right, I'm sorry. I'm asleep. I don't know what's happening anymore.
All right, we only have 2 more installments of Voyager left.
Holy shit.
Now, granted, next week we do have to get through 3 because
God
the final is
damn it.
the finale, and the finale is going
It has
to
to
take.
stand on its own. Yeah.
It kind of has to be its own thing, which means next week we're squeezing in 3. So that just means we're doing even less Voyager than we
I'm
could.
so sad.
We're such jerks. Oh God!
I
All right.
don't want it to end.
But just think, we're almost to Enterprise.
I don't want it to end.
The last season of Enterprise is supposed to be quite good.
Can we cause it's over after that? Or?
No, because it actually starts finding its
Yeah,
voice.
Can we just do?
It's
can
gonna
we just
be a
do Deep
long
Space Nine
time
again? Do you
beginning from
think?
There to
From here to there.
Jake did it. All right, next week though, 3 episodes. Like I said, they're gonna be Natural Law, Homestead, Renaissance Man.
Da Vinci's back.
I hope so. Neat. All right, so yeah, definitely be following along on your podcast platform of choice. We'll be there doing the thing. We've only got the 2 Voyager episodes and then some other fun stuff before we launch into everyone's favorite Star Trek Enterprise. Until then, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. This list of villains will be up on the blog. It's at the Tumblr. Click the link, do the thing. I'm exhausted. This has been Ames.
I'm literally falling asleep. This has been Caitlin.
Hi, I'm falling asleep. I'm Jake.
I barely know where I am. This is Chris.
All right, everyone go to bed.
I don't know. It depends on what you eat.
Ooh.
If you have that gold-flecked liquor, it might...
Goldschlager.
Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Gold.
Nickel Schlager.
Shit,
It's
Schindler.
part of a puzzle in Grim
There
Fandango.
aren't enough different schlagers, are there?
Hit record.
I already did.
Oh, thank God.
All right, let's silence
There
it.
aren't enough schloggers.
Uh-oh.